அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். I had the extreme privilege of brushing shoulders with Mr. Shantaram, Mr. Gurnani, and the CEO of Brookfields, Mr. Ashwin, then Mr. Mani Chinnaswamy, and of course the CEO of Rai Kumar Rajgopalan, and a lot of you are sitting here. That's the privilege I'm having today. Because I've been in this sector for probably the last 5 to 6 months. So ideally I should be sitting there and listening to all these captains of industry speak, understand retail but much better, and not actually come and speak first. I'm feeling a bit embarrassed because this is not my cup of tea, as it were. But having said that, I'm extremely happy. But for this being organized by Retailers Association of India, I wouldn't be able to meet with legends like Mr. Shantaram and Mr. Gurnani, etc. I represent Kumbhar, as you're aware, and I don't have anything to do with handlooms. It is said that I head the Tamil Nadu Handicrafts Development Corporation, which is known by this brand name called Kumbhar. And it's been there in existence for the last 40 years. We have one showroom here, you're all aware. Those who think of buying a lamp like this, come to us. There are lots of stuff that we sell online, through our 14 stores. We have around 7 production centers. We have stores in Calcutta, Delhi, and Bangalore outside Tamil Nadu. And probably we will do some programs in other states, other parts of the country, other parts of the world like Singapore, Dubai, etc. But having come into this organization, I find that it's a gold mine, as Mr. Gurnani was telling. It's a gold mine. He has seen Aurangabad. I have not seen the place. And how people actually bring together handicrafts from various sectors, from the artisans, and actually make a great living out of it. And I was looking at it and said, my God, this should not be 30 crores. This is at least a 100 crore business, which we can turn, it's a turn. But government being in business is not a great idea. But I invested in the opportunity of actually serving the artisans, bringing the best out of the suppliers who are in the field, not only in Tamil Nadu, but from the rest of India. We get from Rajasthan, we get from Orissa, we get from West Bengal, we get from all kinds of states, and procure them and actually give it to the denizens, citizens, as it were. So to know that I'm also a retailer is great, because we just think of as a government organization. So when I came in, I found that there's a huge opportunity of using technology. We just gone the e-commerce way. We have a site called poompuhar.org. Youngsters could and others could just go and download the app also on your smartphone. It's available on the Android store, and shortly on Apple it will also be available on Poompuhar. And we have had good hits. Lots of people are buying, not in value, huge volumes, but my personal target was around 10 lakhs for the last 3 months. We reached around 5.12 lakhs, which is not bad, because people have been buying in numbers, but the amount they're buying is for 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees. Testing the waters, trying to see how the app is, how the application on the website is. So we are doing a few innovative things on the retail front. The idea is to reach out to all the artisans. So one of the things which I find, I was just telling Mr. Gurnani, was that we don't have designs. We have designs for lamps and traditional items, which is our forte. And people, connoisseurs, will come to our store and buy it. But we don't have items for the 50% of the population, which is the youth. Come a Valentine's Day, I don't have a product. Come a Mother's Day, I don't have a product. So one of the things which I can tell you right now is that we're coming out of the design center and trying to use additive manufacturing, which is 3D printing, to come out with molds. So design research development center is likely to come up. Government is giving sanction for that. A lot of money government is spending on exhibitions. We go all over the country, around 300 exhibitions we do. But we need more designs, fresh designs, so that our producers, our manufacturers can manufacture for us. You are all going out of the country all the time. Your passports are so thick. I've seen you keep changing your passports because there's number of times you go out. But when you go out, I don't know what you take with you as a memento, probably for somebody leaving, somebody who's a guest or somebody who's a friend in the US or other countries. So we're thinking in terms of producing the small, memorabilia, which could be carried by you. You don't want to carry 30, 40 kilos. You can carry at most 1 or 2 kilos in addition to the baggage that you have. So package of items we are thinking, and we are currently discussing with our designers. So a lot of things are happening, and we are trying to create a wiki-like page for each artisan, so that they can directly deal with people like you, and probably come and sit in Pro Zone as a retailer. So a lot of stuff is happening. It requires time because it's been there for the last 30 years, and we are in a kind of a sleep mode. We generally have these stores, and we expect that people come and buy it. Proactive marketing is something which is unknown to us. So that's what we are trying to do in Umbuha today. So on the retailing, I was going through the literature. On the retailing front, I think India it was time when my generation, 47 years and above, when we were children, when we want a shoe, father will take you to a Bata showroom. If you want a shirt, they will say S. Kumar or Vimal shirts, you buy that. Then they are very proud to say that the S. Kumar shirt is what you are wearing. And you want anything, there's a shop here or there, and you keep going to that place all the time. But today there's an explosion of this retail business, and you see so many brands coming in. You forget the multi-brand in retail, you forget that. But the uni-brand, single brands itself, the shops that are coming out, is massive. And we're doing a 500 billion industry which is growing at a CAGR of 13 to 15%, is what I'm told. And if you read today's Economic Times, there's a big write-up about the Kirana shops, which just happened during the flight. There was this fear that the Kirana shops and the corner shops are going to die because of all of you coming in as organized trade coming in. But today what the write-up says is that the Kirana shops are calling the shots today. They are growing because they have a huge base. They're still growing at 7%. And people like Amazon, people like Future Group, all of them are tying up with these Kirana stores as distribution points. And it's a win-win situation, which is amazing. Because when the multi-brand in retail, the controversy is happening, the fear was that they will be simply wiped out. But that's not the case. They're growing at 7%. They cater to big business. So it's like the Flipkart or Snapdeal people can order online, but the nearest point will supply the item. So it's a win-win situation. And these shops, 70, 80, or 90% of these retail shops, which are being run by households, are actually crying for a huge amount of investment. And that's a huge gap. And in the village also, where 70% of the people live in, but 40% is the consumption. There's a huge gap there also. But the flip side is that if you see the stormwater drainages in the villages, you will find sachets. So the sachet culture has been brought to the villages by all of you. It's all clogged, but it's a sign that retail is reaching the villages also. There's a huge demand that's being met there also. So you're talking about consumption. Also there's a saving that's required for the economy at large. And China is doing a huge amount of saving, India is doing probably 28%. And I don't know how this balance between consumption and saving has to be maintained. So we are in a critical juncture in India when explosion is happening. I'm just looking at the shop by Mr. Mani Chinnasamy, where we are selling handlooms and organic products, and they're selling it at a high premium to retail stores and on their brand itself. And they're trying to tie up with Cortex, that's what I'm told. Good for government also. So all of you with spaces in Brookfields or in Prozone are looking for retailers like this. This is going to grow. Government support will be there, labor. I'm sure there's a very proactive government here. And the labor market, the labor issues that you say. I've also seen when I was IT secretary, and because your IT departments and even the retailers are controlled by the Shops and Establishments Act, and sometimes they'll come and say that you please close down because it's time past, whatever. So those issues, I think, the retail association, etc., have to discuss continuously with the departments and resolve those issues. But today, I'm very privileged to one more thing which I want to say is that the net neutrality debate which is happening has a huge impact on the retail business. And we all, I think, should fight for the net neutrality. I think probably it might come as law. A lot of debate is happening in Parliament also. And social media. And today, look at me. Pumpuhar is all over the social media. So you take Facebook, Twitter, Quora, Pinterest, YouTube, Google+. We are on around 8 social media. And people are saying, oh, you're tired of your, when I post it. And we do it on a daily basis. We have a consultancy which does it. And the footfalls that are happening because of that. There was a doctor, friend of mine in Kerala, who saw the social media even in the thing and purchased a lamp from me. And he wanted a particular lamp. And the lamp's like this, 5.5 feet, but it will be only 27 kilos. He wanted 44 kilos and plus. So we are also a little religious and a little superstitious, good for Pumbuha. So he said he wanted 44 kilos. So we delivered to him 70,000 rupees worth of a lamp. And this happened just because of social media. So the retailers who are sitting here, the young boys and girls who are sitting here, you're all masters. And the big guns of the industry, as we are sitting here. I'm sure you all want to listen to them, hear them, the experience. I would also like to listen to him because my brand, which is Pumpuhar, I would like to make it a 100 crore brand. At least 100 crore, because that's the kind of business that is possible. The artisans have to earn well. Their lives have it improved. Generally what happens is that the people who provide don't get it. For example, this beautiful room would have been built by somebody who was a mason. But the moment the room is built, he has no access. Somebody who does the road, he does the road and we ply our vehicles. And somebody who gives us 3-4 square meters a day, have a problem. And in a sense, I was telling the other day in another, they're kind of cross-subsidizing our happiness. So we owe it to them to give a better lifestyle. They should live up to their potential. They should come up in life. Their children should continue to become educated, highly educated, and then only the country can literally become one national highway. We are currently into 3 different national highways. We need to take everybody along. So the artisans, from my side, we'd like to push up. So that's what is the message I want to give here. Please think about the poor. They need our support. And retailers, you should grow well as an industry. And the current 15% GDP that you're talking about, and around 8 to 10% employment, it's huge for an economy like India. So I believe you are going to grow well. I wish this retail summit the very best. I'm going to sit here for some time and listen to Mr. Shantakumar, Mr. Gurnani, and the Brookfields, and Mr. Chella, Mr. Mani, and all the youngsters who are sitting here. Thank you for inviting Mr. Kumar. I wish all the very best to all the people here. Have a great day. Thank you.